Welcome to Big Ten Saturday Night, presented by Discover. It's 3-8 UCLA, 8-3, and number 17 in the country, USC, from the Coliseum. As we get set for this matchup, we send it down to our guys, Jordan Cornette, Matt Castle, Mike Ross.
Thanks, Noah. Matt, you're a proud Trojan, a perfect 5-0 against these Bruins. What does this rivalry mean to you?
Well, I grew up here in Los Angeles. This is a city divided. What always makes this game so interesting is you grow up playing against some of your opponents that you're going to play against in this game. Go to camps again. But make no mistake about it, this is a bitter rivalry. We don't like them, they don't like us.
And USC got an explosive offense. UCLA has to find a way to keep a cap on this explosive offense. But like you said, this is a rivalry, right? This is for the ownership of Los Angeles. Can't wait to see who comes out.
Todd, I'm telling you, I think Matt wants to put the pads on and go play in this one.
I doubt it.
I just don't want to put my hand in a three-point stance anymore.
I felt like he was threatening me, to be honest. He was looking into my soul and questioning me as an overall tough guy. USC have proven their toughness this year. The Trojans, gritty wins, including the big win at home against Michigan, going on the road, beating Nebraska 21-17, beating Iowa in the sloppy rain 26-21. The tough loss last week with some self-inflicted wounds at Oregon. But Lincoln Riley feels like this team is close to taking that ultimate step. And this year is another year to help build toward the future, paving the road both for the past, present, and for years to come. Looking for a win against their rival, putting end to this road team victory streak. Both teams being in those home uniforms, you see, sharing that tunnel on their way out from the Coliseum. The red versus the blue here in South Central. It'll be the Trojans taking the field first in front of their home crowd, looking for a win to make it 9 on the year. And here they come. Lincoln Riley in his first year in the Big Ten last year, only 4 wins, 5 losses. This year so far, only 2 losses in conference. A number of seniors, including the linebacker Eric Gentry, celebrating their final game here on this field. A field that has brought so many great memories, including Lincoln's first year. And you can feel the energy. Tim Skipper's group is ready. Here come the Bruins. USC and UCLA kick off straight ahead on NBC. Number 17 USC, UCLA on Big Ten Saturday night as we get all ready for action. 2 teams meeting in the middle for the coin toss, and that gives us plenty of time to check in with Catherine Tappan downstairs.
Well, the history of this crosstown rivalry is deeply rooted here on the football field at Los Angeles Coliseum. Now the exclusive home of the USC Trojans. It was shared by both schools for the first 53 years of this rivalry. The legacy and proximity of these schools is evident. Visiting UCLA are dressed in their iconic blue tonight as both teams wear their home uniforms, and students from both campuses have been protecting their most iconic landmarks in hopes of ending the weekend with the 295-pound victory bell.
And he wanted more people who have had involvement in this game address his team. He started the week with a documentary. He brought in former players, and he built it up all the way this week, allowing just the history and the tradition of this game to really take hold with his team.
Look, UCLA at home last week, a tough loss to Washington, 48-14. The defense just was not very good, and Washington took full advantage. And normally the Sundays after the games, Tim Skipper goes back, they go through in their team meeting what happened in their previous game. He said this week there was no Washington. It was straight to USC, and after that 5-minute video he put together, that mini documentary, the guy's energy completely shifted.
And on the other side for USC, the best way for them to show that they have taken steps in their toughness is to come out after.
It'll be Bagani who will kick it deep, and Riley Wormley, young running back, will let it sail into the end zone for a touchback. That'll bring out Jaden Mayava, who's been one of the more impressive quarterbacks in the country this season. King Miller, the impressive rookie, Redshirt freshman, impressive walk-on in there on this first play, weaving through all the way to the 30, a pickup of 5 for this USC offense.
Up front, Tobias Raymond has started every game at 3 different positions along that front.
Second down and 5, fake it to Miller. Mayava with plenty of time. This UCLA defense doesn't get a ton of pressure on the quarterback. Mayava scrambles, eyes downfield, and now he'll just sail out of bounds. And it's a 3rd down and 9. We're going deeper into the depth chart at that wide receiver spot. You see how successful they've been on 3rd down. Mayava with time. Tanook Hines has really shown the speed and the skill set. Takes it all the way to midfield on the crossing route. Lincoln Riley says he's just got a very mature demeanor on the practice field. He works hard and really wants to learn as opposed to just showing all his skill. As another good run on 1st down. King Miller only averaged 2 yards per carry last week at Oregon, averaging just under 7 per carry this season, and that's another one that'll add to the tally, a 13-yard pickup right up the gut. Tim Skipper said most teams just kind of wait for the contact. They want to bring the contact, as Miller this time is going to get to the outside, and Miller gets planted after a yard. Nice tackle coming up. Scooter Jackson from the secondary. UCLA had a 4-game stretch which included the 3 wins, and 3 of them they gave up 17, 13, and 17, but in the last 4 have given up 180. On a pitch, Miller gets sandwiched as he crosses the 25-yard line, picks up 5. It's a 3rd down and 3 with McCree in motion. The senior on senior day will not get it. Instead, it's the redshirt freshman, and King Miller keeps the drive rolling. Riley Wormley now in there on 1st down. They fake it to him. Mayava's second throw is a catch by McCree with some blockers in front, and he gets spilled out inside the 10, 14 yards down the sideline. 1st and goal from the 5. Miller on the season with 5 rushing touchdowns. It's the 10th play of the drive, and it is a give, and it is Miller, and it is a touchdown.
And it is the counter again.
Ryan Sayeri, another high-impact walk-on, will be out there for the extra point, and he tacks it on. Sayeri will boot it away after the quick drive right down the field to open the game, and now it'll bring out Nico Iamaleava, who missed the game 2 weeks ago at Ohio State with a concussion, then left the game last week in the 3rd quarter against Washington with neck spasm. Tim Skipper called him the first tall, skinny dude he's ever seen that just absorbs hits. Quasi Gilmer will have the first catch and run and gains 5 on 1st down for this UCLA offense. Anthony Wood stays in there after a 6-yard pickup on the opening play. Hudson Habermill, a 7th-year tight end, was a question mark coming in. He is playing. That one's through the hands of Gilmer on a fastball from Iamaleava. It's 3rd down. 3rd down and 4.
Interesting to see now how USC rushes the passer, and do they have a spy to account for Nico as a scrambler on this 3rd down play?
Gilmer the motion man. Here is Iamaleava. Throws incomplete. A lot of contact as he was looking for Mikey Matthews, and that tight coverage from Christian Pierce forced the 3 and out. Josiah Zamora, the 5th-year senior by way of Mater Dei High School, is out there to return this kick from Will Carroll. So the 3 and out forced by this USC defense. They came after it, but Carroll gets it off cleanly. And now Zamora will back up and take it from just inside the 20. Finds a lane. Zamora trying to set up some blockers before he gets spilled out across the 30 to the 32. A 50-yard punt, a 14-yard return.
Well, and all 3 of those losses had a different story. Illinois, they were in position to win. They couldn't get a stop late. They lost on a walk-off field goal. Notre Dame, they got dominated up front, gave over 300 yards rushing to the Irish. And then too many mistakes a week ago to win a game of that magnitude.
Fake it to Miller on 1st down. Now Mayava has to get away. He'll just fling it towards the sideline out of bounds as we check in with KT.
Well, guys, along that point, I asked Lake McCree how the team responded to last week's loss at Oregon. He said it obviously was not the outcome they wanted, but they're choosing to learn from it. He told me that they had a team meeting on Sunday. Lincoln Riley told them you can be angry and upset, but at the end of the day, you got to put it behind you because we have a huge rivalry game coming up this week. He said we have to learn from it and not let it affect our future.
Yeah, and KT, that's actually kind of the overarching theme of this season. There's so many injuries with this team. Eli Sanders and Wayman Jordan, their top 2 running backs, a number on the offensive line as Mayava throws the quick one. Tanook Hines on the outside will get a couple, getting it across the 35 with a flag down. After the fact, Scooter Jackson rode him out of bounds, and those 2 had words after the play.
Wondering if this was a block infraction by number 9, Jay Fair again. Different wide receivers out there for USC to start this game.
Holding. Offense. Number 9. Penalty.
And Greg Blum does, in fact, confirm.
This is Jay Fair, a transfer from Auburn. As Hines tries to get outside, you see the grab of the jersey, not allowing the defender to be released to get a play on the football. And again, the question remains, when will we see Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane in the football game?
Wormley back out there as the running back at the bottom of your screen, split out wide. An empty set for Mayava. Deals on target. Richardson gets spun down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 for Lincoln Riley's group.
UCLA showing a lot of bodies around the line of scrimmage.
Wormley stays in. Could be a free play. Mayava on a fadeaway. Put it right into the chest of Richardson for a 1st down. Fading backward. There's only the 1 miss so far. Add another completion. Is this another screen pass in traffic, getting thrown forward for 10 yards. So this USC offense is humming. That one, Corey Sims.
And 2 completely different possessions to start this game. First possession, a lot of extra tight ends, mostly running the football, a couple little play action passes. This drive, more 11 personnel and more throwing the football, just showing you the versatility of this Trojan offense.
It's been all passing so far on this second drive. It was right down the field, mostly on the ground on the first drive. This time Mayava's going to keep it himself, and he's got wheels, he's got blocking, and Mayava's got a big gain down the field.
In critical situations, he has run the ball extremely effectively. Has 6 rushing touchdowns on the season as well.
And think about what he did against Nebraska, really beat them with his legs much more than his arm. This time King Miller's going to lose yardage, ran right into a brick wall. 2nd and 10, Miller again. And again, it's well played by this Bruin defense. USC 6th in the country in 3rd down percentage, 51.1%. UCLA allows a 54% success rate on 3rd down, last in the Big Ten. This one 39, USC 3 for 3, looking for the end zone, incomplete. Overthrew Jay Fair as he was matched up with the nickel Jackson. So Ryan Sayuri will come on for a 38-yard field goal. Pepper will snap. Sam Johnson will hold it. Sayuri missed just his 2nd field goal last week, and this one gets blocked. UCLA comes up with a huge play on special teams. Sets up this 1st down line, brought to you by T-Mobile as the drive starts at the 21. 1st down at the 31. Imaliava out of the pocket. Habermill makes the catch. Oh, he tried to go airborne, and he gets dragged back down to earth. Just as Van Wilder. Alex Graham, the talented freshman, made that tackle. They've got a lot of excitement for Graham in the defensive backfield. On the delayed handoff, up the middle, it's the first down for the Bruins.
That's what drives his defensive calls. It's fortunately, he's only got 7 games to look at from me being the coordinator.
On the handoff, Jalen Berger keeping the legs churning, will gain 2.5, maybe 3 yards, make it 2nd down and 7. Under 3 minutes to play in this first. Stanton Lynn, only 1 year as defensive coordinator at UCLA. That was back in 2023. Had come from the Baltimore Ravens, and you talk to most people around college football, they go, oh, well, you look at his defense, it's like the Ravens. And that's what Tim Skipper said.
Yeah.
Jerry Neuheisel, excuse me, now has to go out there and try to battle what is a challenging defense, but one that teams have figured out, especially on the ground this year.
Yeah. Well, it really looks like that on 3rd down. I think that's where he's at his best. A lot of simulated pressures, disguises of coverages on 3rd down passing situations.
2nd down and 7, Iamaleava. The quick one will go to his running back, Woods, out of the backfield. And Woods zigzags his way for a 1st down across the 45-yard line. Has just so much more rushing prowess than just about everybody else on this team. 183 more rushing yards than the 2nd leading rusher, Jalen Berger, this season, as he hands it straight ahead. And it is Berger who will get it to midfield.
They were outrushed by that team as well. So it's kind of been the formula when they have not won games. They've not run the football or stopped the run the way they like.
Haven't seen Iamaleava tuck it yet. This is Mokiao Atamalala as he runs into a wall of Nicholson. 7-yard pickup, 1st down, and now could be the final play of this opening quarter is Jacoby Lane and Makai Lemon getting stretched out on the sideline. Have not seen them yet in this opening quarter, and UCLA looking to retort with their first scoring drive of the night.
Haven't seen Nico run it yet, but he looks very comfortable throwing the football and distributing the ball. He's 4 of 6 so far in the ball game. Free play here. Take a shot.
First down, Iamaleava will towards the sideline. A little high for Quasi Gilmer, who was matched up with Nicholson, and Stewart looked like he was the one who jumped off.
Offside. Defense number 4 in the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Good job by the center, Sam Yoon, because he snapped this football as soon as he felt there was offsides in the neutral zone. I'm not sure that was the snap count or when it was expected by the quarterback, but he did a nice job knowing that somebody was in the neutral zone. Snap the football, get your quarterback a free play, and they get the 5 yards, and it's 1st and 5. Nice drive going right here for the Bruin offense.
We've already seen a number of running backs used as expected from Tim Skipper. Loves this group, the energy that they feed off of one another. It's Anthony Frias' turn on 1st and 5. They give, shimmy shake, and a first down to end the first quarter for UCLA. And they'll go Wildcat to start the second quarter. Berger in line to take this snap. With Frias, instead O'Keefe try to get to the edge, and he does. Berger inside the 20, and we go down to KT.
Well, I asked Jalen Berger and Isaiah Chisholm how they've handled the adversity they've faced this season. Berger said, we know how talented we are and what we could have been. It's hurtful how the season turned out, but we've got a chance to make up for it tonight. And Chisholm said, despite the season not meeting their expectations, they still have each other's backs. Described the relationship between the offense and defense as unwavering faith, guys.
A lot of that goes back to Tim Skipper and the job that he's done in keeping this group together. Todd, how about this? UCLA has the best red zone scoring percentage at 96.4% in the Big Ten, but they have the second fewest red zone trips in the league. Purdue, the only one with less.
Yeah.
Only the 38th trip to the red zone this season, as Berger will run it inside the 15 down to the 12. See, Pierce and Urlacher currently out there. We've already seen Alex Graham, the freshman from Detroit, out there. Gilmer in motion on 2nd and 6. Iamaleava wide open. A completion of Mikey Matthews for a first down. It's 1st and goal for the Bruins.
Their defense is going to have a hard time stopping USC consistently. You can't settle for a field goal here.
Iamaleava has 4 rushing touchdowns, and he will take off. Up the middle, just get past that initial line of scrimmage. Gains half a yard to set up 2nd downs.
I think you put him out on the edge here a little bit.
Berger takes the snap this time.
Again.
He handed it off, and just not a lot of room to work with for Anthony Frias. Sets up 3rd and goal. Play clock winding down, and you see Tim Skipper still got good speed. Former middle linebacker at Fresno State got down, called the timeout before the play.
First charge team timeout, UCLA.
3rd and goal. Seen a couple Wildcat plays this time. It's going to be Iamaleava with Woods. Looking for the end zone. It's caught. Quasi Gilmer, touchdown. The Bruins respond. It's Nico to Quasi.
And a really nice drive by UCLA.
Only right that 2 local kids would get it done as the extra point goes through for Bagani. Yeah. You got a USC team coming off an emotional loss last week at Oregon, but as Lincoln Riley has said, they still have a lot to play for. This is a rivalry game. There's that part of it, but also paving the road, not just for the players that came before them, but certainly for the players that are coming afterward. The #1 recruiting class coming in, a brand new football building going up and opening up this summer. And for UCLA, as Tim Skipper said, you changed the entire viewpoint of your season with a win here tonight. Fake it, throw it. And nobody home. Looking for Lane on one of those patented jump balls, but Andre Jordan was down there with him. Yeah. 2nd down and 10 from the 25. It's Maiava to throw, and it will be a screen for Miller. Just dropped it right over the top of the defense, and Miller does the rest. Picks up 20 down the sideline, down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah. Time to find Lemon, get him involved in the game now.
Looking for Lane initially, now back to Miller. 2nd straight catch. Miller looking to make it happen himself, and he gets denied right at the 49-yard line. Just 4 yards on the catch and run.
This guy right here has had as good of a year as a wide receiver as anybody in college football.
Play action pass. Maiava through his progressions. Pump And he tries to get away, throws being dragged down, nearly picked. Kanye Clark had a chance battling with Lemon, and it's 3rd and 6. He doesn't get pressured a ton, and this UCLA defense doesn't generate a ton of pressure, but they do force a 3rd down and 6. They bring 4 with a spy towards the sideline. Perfect placement. Walker Lyons 1st down.
Walker Lyons, Lake McCree are so versatile, and Lincoln uses them in so many different ways, formations, motions. That's why you see them on the field together so often in this offense.
Wormley back in the backfield, 1st down. Mayava throwing for Wormley, open, perfect space there, another gas. This one gets to the 25.
And another chunk play for the Trojans.
First run of the drive. It's a Wormley gain of 1.
Call plays with conviction, believe they're going to work. That's the biggest thing he took from his time under Leach.
2nd down and 9. Mayava. Good protection, a bullet. It's Jacoby Lane with a stiff arm on a 1st down to the 11. 1st down, Brian Jackson in there at back. He has it, and he'll lose yardage. He just ran to the one spot he couldn't go to. This is what happened on their previous drive. It was a negative play on 1st down, eventually led to the blocked field goal, and UCLA took advantage to score on the other end. King Miller, reverse. Makai Lemon with some room to run. Lemon trying to beat to the outside, and again, well played by the Bruins. Miller stays in there. It is Kanye Clark matched up with the big body of Lane at the bottom. Mayava looking the other way. Now out of the pocket. Mayava on the run. Short, incomplete. Walker Lyons the closest target, and this UCLA offense again bends but doesn't break. So the first attempt from Sayeri was blocked from 38. This one's going to be a 30-yarder. Scott Taylor was the man to block it on the first attempt. Again, Pepper will snap. Johnson will hold, and Sayeri will look to get his team back in front, and he missed it wide right.
Oh, boy. And they've played very well on 1st and 2nd down defending the USC run game.
Now let's see if they can cash in again after just the 4th missed field goal of the year for Sayeri, but 2 of the 4 coming today, and Anthony Woods takes advantage with 13 on the ground. Really, that second drive, Nico Iamaleava caught a rhythm, a couple of wildcat plays to keep this USC defense on their heels as well. Iamaleava 5 for 5 on that second drive. Flushed, throws, a completion, but a short one as Woods lost his footing and gets it to the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Iamaleava, good protection. Now he'll run where he's most dangerous, but he just lost it. Oh, he had a lane too. He might have had a 1st down. Instead, it's going to be 3rd. Sets up a critical 3rd and 5. Feels like UCLA has to capitalize on any opportunity given to them here tonight. Iamaleava through his progressions. Lofts open. Gilmer again for a 1st down. He had 4 catches, 37 yards, and a touchdown against Ohio State 2 weeks ago. Their leading receiver in every category coming in. A long substitution getting off the field for USC. And they're going to just get this play off. Play action. Iamaleava just airmailed it. Kyle Miller was the closest target. Saw Kobe Pepe taking his time, the 5th-year senior from Long Beach, getting back to the side. Makes it 2nd down and 10. On the handoff, and Frias is going nowhere. Sent back by Jakeem Stewart. Lincoln Riley said defensive line is where we're really going to showcase a lot of that growth starting next season, as UCLA will just take this to the 2-minute timeout.
Pressure.
Iamaleava rifles. It's caught.
Excellent.
Going down low. His main man, Quasi Gilmer. And they're going to take their time. They won the toss and elected to defer, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. This time, a lot of movement for not a lot of yardage for Anthony Woods as he ran into Gentry. 2nd down and 9. Iamaleava, play action. Pressure comes. Ducks through. Iamaleava to the outside for a 1st down, out of bounds, and now into field goal range for the Bruins. 10th play of the drive. Now 1:17 to play in this first half. Moki Awatamalala, the man in motion. Instead, it's coming out of the backfield. It's going to be Woods trying to stay in bounds, and he does. He took a pop from Pierce.
In this crosstown rivalry game with UCLA. Team playing with nothing to lose and playing very well right now.
And Tim Skipper has had his boys ready and energized. This one's batted down. There's the wingspan of Gentry. And now a 3rd and 7 stops the clock. 1:03 remaining. UCLA 3 for 3 on 3rd down this quarter. And Iamaleava is going to do it with his legs again. And he's going to get close depending on where he started on that slide down.
He took a pretty good hit at the end of that play. I think he's going to be just a hair short. Nope.
They're going to give it to him.
Marking first down. Again, this guy is courageous now. 2 weeks ago, he missed the Ohio State game with a concussion. He comes back and plays against Washington, gets knocked out of that game with a hard hit to his head area, had neck spasms, didn't practice early this week, came back the last 2 days and participated.
The runner made the line to gain is under further video review. After review, the runner was short of the line to gain. It will be 4th down. We reverse to a running clock that calls for a 10-second runoff. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 31 seconds. The clock will start at my ready for play signal.
Yeah, so Tim Skipper electing to not use a timeout, go ahead and take the runoff, right? Because he doesn't want USC to get the football. They're just going strictly hard count, no movement, no shifts, nothing to try to fool the defense, just going with hard counts.
And now they will take the time.
Timeout, yeah.
Pagani on the season, 15 of 19. This one right in his range, 38 yards. He's made from 54 this year. That was at the end of the half against Penn State. He's made from 57 last year against Iowa. And we'll see if he can get the Bruins in front.
Is USC going to call a timeout to try to ice the kicker? Lincoln Riley right by the official.
Instead, Pagani drills it. UCLA takes the advantage, 10-7 with 18 seconds left in the second. Pagani, after drilling the field goal, will send it away. Makai Lemon now back there, and Lemon will just let it go right into the end zone.
Yeah, ideally, I mean, you want to kind of treat it like an NFL team. You build your roster through the draft, or in college case, high school recruiting.
Mayava. Time, dart, out of bounds. First down for Miller.
Sayeri's long of the year, 54 yards against Michigan earlier in the season.
Second longest field goal in USC history. This time Mayava gets crunched. There was no escaping the immediate pass rush of Anthony Jones.
Well, watch the push up the middle. I mean, that's where it starts. It's a 3-man rush. He's going to beat 2 blockers to the quarterback. Outstanding work in there by Tapake, number 92.
And as expected, the chippiness has arrived.
Well, remember, both teams share the same tunnel. They've got to keep UCLA at bay to allow USC to get in the tunnel first.
Didn't play in the first quarter. We'll see when USC gets the football back what they look like in this third quarter. Cole Martin from the goal line. Gets past the first wave across the 25.
Wide receivers, as you mentioned, Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane missed the first quarter. I asked if it was due to disciplinary reasons, and Coach Riley said he would address that after the game, but they do plan on getting him more involved here in the second, guys.
36 the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So this drive will start from the 14. Berger is the back, fake it to him, and this play has been blown dead before it could even start.
I got to believe it was a false start on the offense since they blew it dead. Jerry Neuheisel.
During the play, a whistle was blown, not from the field. It's going to be first down, no play.
Oh, man.
Let's do it all over again from the 14-yard line. This time they will hand it off, and Berger gets planted, just gains 2 yards. Second down and 8. Fake it. Iamaleava will throw it to the sideline. Incomplete.
Well, you have to close the space inside if he takes off.
They bring 4. Iamaleava throws. It's caught, but well covered Habermill with the sure hands. DeCarlos Nicholson was there.
Yeah, better be careful with Lemon. You better place this punt correctly.
And he gets away a good one. There is the placement, forces him to run to it. And the fair catch made just in front of the 35-yard line.
And he changed the whole defense. He didn't just come in and just try to keep things going. Changed what they were doing, and they are playing well tonight.
As defense gets a stop there. Are we sure that was Kevin Coyle, or was that an anonymous source? Oh, I think he's there. Yeah, that's him. That is that L.A. haze late into the night. A great look at the staff by the press box.
The key, again, if you want to stop this USC offense, you've got to stop the run. They didn't do it the first possession, but ever since then, they've done a nice job.
King Miller misdirection. Nowhere to go. Plugging the holes fast. 3rd and 10. Likely pass. UCLA brings some pressure. Mayava in the pocket. Lofts too far in front of Tanook Hines. And the UCLA defense stays in rhythm and forces a 3-and-out right back. And Mikey Matthews back deep for the Bruins. Good hang time on this one. And the fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Here we are. The winner claims and gets to paint that thing as to the outside. Anthony Woods has another positive first down play of maybe 7.5 yards out of bounds. Just don't expect that UCLA would outrush USC 84-44 with the same number of attempts.
Watch out.
Ball was down.
Yeah, Nico fortunately falls on the football, I think.
Well, just 3rd and 2 after that first down run from Woods. Stays in there here. Gilmer's been the main target. They'll send him in motion. Iamaleava on the move. Downfield. Looking for the first down. He's got it.
Yeah, he had him early. He was a little late getting the ball to Matthews.
Keeps this drive rolling. Fox Flores, the tight end, the motion man on first down. With the rush there, a low throw was brought in by Mokiao Atamalala. A tough catch at the 40 to gain 4. Oh, but a 4-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6. Fake it to Berger. Over the middle again, on time and on target to Mikey Matthews.
That's the play that they tried to run the first play from the 3rd quarter, an RPO.
Gilmer 4 catches, 30 yards. Now Matthews has 3 catches for 17 yards, and they're going to go Gilmer on the screen. Block from Matthews across midfield, gets into USC territory before being spilled towards the sideline at the 47-yard line. Longest pass of the day, 12 yards. Their longest run of the day was Berger, who went 17. 2nd down and 4. USC brings 4. Over the middle again, it's caught. High one handled by Habermill. Looking to make an impact in his final collegiate game in year number 7. Delayed handoff. Woods. The stutter step allowed for Alex Graham to get back in the play and drag him down by the ankles.
Yeah, nice play by Graham, but a bad decision by Woods. He should have stayed inside on this run.
2nd and 8. Free rusher. Iamaleava escapes. Now Iamaleava stops on a dime and gets some positive yards. Eric Gentry was there. Iamaleava is sacked. It was only a matter of time, and Abasiri finally gets to him for a loss of 9.
Yeah, they ran a nice stunt on that side.
3rd sack of the year for Abasiri. 25th for USC. And let's see where this placement ends up. Fair catch called for and made inside the 10 by Lemon. For now, battle for LA still very much in the balance past the midway point of this 3rd quarter. USC needs to find something offensively here. Mayava, quick throw. Walker Lyons, the tight end, makes the catch, takes it across the 15, and will set up 2nd down and 3.
Going with no huddle, trying to keep the same defensive personnel on the field, so no substitution. Not necessarily going fast, but going without a huddle.
Mayava, pitch, King Miller, running room to the outside, and he gets swarmed at the 25-yard line. First down pickup of 8. 48 yards in the touchdown, just 2 yards per carry last week, 6.6 yards per carry on the season. Mayava steps into one, and that was a lot of contact. Jacoby Lane was locked in with Andre Jordan Jr., and Jordan going to get the benefit of the doubt. He's really come on strong in the second half of the season in his junior year. Handoff, Miller. Tracked down from behind as he crossed the 30-yard line down to the 31.
And they've been non-factors so far in the football game.
1,124 yards and 10 touchdowns on the season for Lemon, a likely first-round pick this year in the NFL. Bring the pressure. Mayava picks it apart. He took a wallop. Jacoby Lane holds onto the ball as Cole Martin delivered the boom at the back end. Fresh set of downs from the 43-yard line. Play clock down to 5. Mayava's going to keep it himself. Good decision. Trying to point it out as he gets to the 49. Key Lawrence, nice job by the veteran just to stay in front, track him from the start of the play. Lawrence's freshman year at Oklahoma was Lincoln Riley's last year at Oklahoma. Played for Lincoln there. Has had a career at Oklahoma, Ole Miss, now at UCLA. Whoa. That was dangerous and somehow brought in by Tanuk Hines, but it looked like he was down. Whether or not that was even a completion, I'm not sure he went down.
No, but they can't do anything about that at this point.
So it's 3rd down and 3. Go fairly quick. It's a quick pitch, and Walker Lyons has got it. So it'll be a first down from the 46.
Got to find a way to get this guy the football.
Fake it. Instead, back to the tight end. This time, Lake McCree over the middle of the field as he gets chopped down by Scooter Jackson. Approaching 30 seconds to play in the 3rd. Fake it to Brian Jackson. Mayava, sideline, towards the end zone. There he is. Touchdown. Makai Lemon, 32 yards. There is a flag down.
I think it's going to be pass interference on the defense. Makai Lemon, these two receivers.
Defense, number 21, the penalties decline. There's all plays a touchdown.
They are both excellent on contested catches, and Jaden Mayava has great confidence even if they're covered.
11th receiving touchdown of the season for Lemon. 22nd passing touchdown of the year for Mayava. And that extra point makes it a 4-point lead. Were you a fan of lifting up teammates on the sideline with a chair over your head? Sayeri sends it away. Taken by Cole Martin at the goal line.
Whoa.
Oh, he gets upended. Nowhere to run at the 15-yard line. Down the field, perfect special teams play. 2 backs in there. Iamaleava hands, and it's Berger through the hole. Berger with a speed, down the sideline, shoved out of bounds. Perfect start to the drive. Berger's been chewing up yards. 25 as he finally breaks another one loose.
Yeah, missed tackle by Gentry. Right by the line of scrimmage. This was a problem last week. 15 missed tackles. And they have a chance to go out on a really positive note if they can play well here in the 4th quarter. But USC with the 4-point lead right now.
Could start with a good play here on 1st down. It's a delayed handoff. Berger has been the go-to guy most of the second half, and he gains another chunk. From Don Bosco High School in New Jersey to Wisconsin to Michigan State, here to UCLA. Oh, is that caught? It was bobbled. Quasi Gilmer had the second effort, but it looks like it's incomplete. On 3rd and 6, Iamaleava delivers, incomplete. Mokiao Atamalala might have had just enough space, couldn't squeeze it. 4th down. Makes a critical stop. Now Makai Lemon back for this kick from Will Carroll. And Carroll gets it away. Lemon retreats, takes it inside the 10. Gonna look to make some magic happen. To the outside, Makai Lemon gets a block. Makai Lemon goes airborne and out of bounds. After the longest punt return of the season for USC, the best starting field position of the day for the Trojans. And Mayava wants to take the shot. That's a laser beam that's picked. Key Lawrence takes it away.
Flag is down though.
Lawrence looking to return back into USC territory. It also might be on the hit. It came back towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Pass interference. 21 has declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. 15 defense. 15-yard penalty for previous spot. Automatic. touchdowns.
Good news is Jacoby Lane is back on the field for the Trojans.
Single coverage with Lemon in the slot as well.
King Miller spinning away from one, staying on his feet across the 40, and gets pushed forward to the 38-yard line.
And now USC threatening again, and this guy is a dynamic playmaker, has had an outstanding season all around him. He's thrown touchdowns, run them, caught them.
Mayava, patient to find the open man. It's Lane, shaking free inside the 20, and Lane is out of bounds. Lawrence forced him to the sideline. It'll be a pickup of 27, looking for more to extend the lead. Mayava throws. Miller makes the one-handed grab. Miller down to the 2.
Boy, I like this misdirection.
Miller had the opening touchdown for USC. His 6th of the season. Fake it to him, lofts it to the end zone, touchdown! On senior day, it's the 5th-year senior Lake McCree who delivers for the Trojans.
Three tight ends, you're thinking run all the way, they go play action for the easy touchdown throw.
And Sayuri stays perfect on extra points this year. 21-10. USC looking to shut the door on this battle for Los Angeles. As we talked about, he took a lot of that conviction from Leach. Leach had him doing some bizarre tasks back in the day when he was starting as a student assistant all the way through, finding zany things for him to do, but it feels like, at least from Lincoln's perspective, it made him a better coach, a better understanding of football. That one's in stride, and a catch to Quasi Gilmer. That'll be enough for 10 yards.
They're 2-1 in those kind of games this year, and this was a one-possession game in the fourth quarter as well.
Another catch. Gilmer goes down low to get it as they head into year 5 next year. Screen pass, it's all Gilmer so far on this drive as he bounces off a few tacklers and again will move the sticks.
Yeah, well, the thing now with UCLA, they've got to pick up their pace a little bit, right? I mean, they're 11 points down. They've played well. Looks like Nicholson is down on the field at the end of that play.
And there is that Mississippi State transfer that KT was just talking about. UCLA still with a pulse here. We've seen, and that is not going to help. You need Jay with the early movement.
Ball starts. Offensive was 71 by their penalty.
You know, coming into this game, these two teams were the 2 worst in terms of most penalties per game in the Big Ten. Both of them have done a good job tonight. That's the 3rd penalty against UCLA. USC only 2 penalties for 15 yards. They had 8 for over 100 last week in Eugene.
Frias and Woods initially in the backfield. Now Frias will motion out. 1st and 15. Iamaleava will not escape. Right into the arms of Abasiri with his 2nd sack of the night. 2nd and 18. And they're not going to get this off unless they got to call a timeout here. They had to give USC time to substitute.
Play game, offense,
so no timeout taken. Instead, it's false start, sack, delay of game.
Yeah, 2nd and 23.
Iamaleava's #1 option. They'll throw on 2nd and 23. There is the screen pass, and Woods just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage and gains a yard. Iamaleava delivers. It's caught. Mokiao out to Malala. Big names, bigger gain. 1st down. 24 yards to keep this drive moving and keep this game in the balance. Berger back in there on 1st down. Iamaleava pumps, escapes. Iamaleava on the run, out of bounds.
Yeah, out of bounds. Good job getting away from pressure.
Iamaleava looking to use the wheels. He gets tracked down. Braylon Shelby whiffed earlier. This time a no doubt sack. Play clock down to 2. They don't see it. They don't get it.
Yeah, you just can't do this. I mean, he's got to be more aware of this. This is on the quarterback. I mean, you already have 3rd and long. Tim Skipper and Jerry Neuheisel choosing not to use timeouts to hang on to him. The quarterback has got to be responsible for the play clock. You've got to pick up your urgency, pick up your tempo, your pace, and avoid those kind of penalties.
Converted on 3rd and 23.
I think Danton Lynn was going to bring pressure the last 3rd down. I think he's going to drop out and play coverage on this one. And another penalty.
After clean.
Offense for 71. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
3-man rush, dropping 8.
Dump it. Woods lowers the shoulder, doesn't get much further, to the 45 of the Trojans as Nicholson makes the tackle. 0 for 5 on 4th down the last 2 games. Four-man rush. Iamaleava throws. Gilmer's going to have to be special, and he gets tracked down. Desmond Stevens.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it.
4th quarter competitive Big Ten football game. And again, that's the progress I've seen in this season under Lincoln Riley.
14th carry for King Miller. Jumps through and spins across the 40, gains 7. Right back to Miller. And another first down. King Miller, tough running into Bruin territory.
Trying to run this clock out as well. And so it's just a much more competitive situation. So the build's taking a little bit longer. But I really believe that they are heading in the right direction. And I think this USC team will be a contender next year in this conference and to make the college football playoff.
Miller gets 3 more yards. And that will, unless UCLA stops it, which it looks like they will. They'll take their first time out with 2:36 left. 16 carries, make it 17 with a hole. Miller off to the races from walk-on. He'll keep fighting on. 41-yard touchdown.
He's on the play as a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Scoring team number 8. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed in the ensuing kickoff.
So Jacoby Lane called for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, but King Miller has likely just said night-night.
Yeah.
And they're lining up, it looks like initially, in an interesting 2-point type of conversion look.
What in the world?
They will snap. Retreat to the end zone. It is caught. 2 more on the board as it goes to Walker Lyons. And he hasn't changed who he is.
Yeah.
He's been the same guy that he's been as a walk-on. Comes in every day, works his tail off, tries to prove why he deserves and continues to deserve that playing time. As Cole Martin gets it across the 40. An excellent return out of bounds across the 45-yard line. Iamaleava, Frias in the backfield. He is met immediately by Braylon Conley. And they do. Iamaleava steps into one, tipped. Oh, it's caught on the carom. Mikey Matthews with the assist from Gilmer. Doing their job. UCLA's offense battling all the way through for 4 quarters here as Iamaleava drops back. Now he'll escape. Eyes downfield and a little too much mustard on that one.
He's got a lot of juice, a lot of positivity, and he's a guy that somebody would be smart to hire.
Iamaleava gets dragged down, but another impressive run by the quarterback right near the line to gain. He'll pick up 9. Oh, he said, USC refused to play against us. They just refused to play us, to help motivate both USC for playing them, as that one's right on time. We didn't have a lot of money as a program. We didn't have a jersey sponsor. As Iamaleava, another throw, another catch for Gilmer, sheds a tackle, and then gets spun like a top. His 10th reception of the night. He said, we were eating pizza and burgers, and you would think it was steak and shrimp, the way that he taught us. Towards the end zone, Iamaleava a little too far in front of Mikey Matthews and incomplete.
But you still got families and a lot of uncertainty. When you go home, you got to have honest conversations with your family about what's next. Where do we go from here?
Iamaleava, incomplete. 51 seconds remaining. Last gasp for the Bruins. Iamaleava, that'll end it. Taken down. And they will head to victory formation here. A couple of kneel downs. And
victory
number 9.
Formation, and then the victory bell.
That's right.
They get to keep it.
That'll be wins in back-to-back years. In this series, the home team will finally get a victory after 5 straight victories from the road team. And officials say one more kneel down is necessary. Maiava will oblige.
Oh.
Cole Martin, physical at the end.
Not necessary. Everybody else was just kind of taking a knee and.
But handled well.
Yeah.
And it will wind all the way down. Zeros on the clock. Mutual respect from the coaches. Win number 9 for the USC Trojans. They take the battle for LA, and they keep the victory bell in South Central. 29-10, your final score.